Teh Tarik Hour. We are here. Today, we are talking quite a few things, but as we record this, coming up is Malaysia long weekend.
Yes, and we have this Malaysia Day, 4 days long holidays.
Thank you, PM, for the holiday.
Thank you, our PM.
Madani PM. But so even though this is a good weekend for everyone to rest and relax, the world, a lot of things happening. Just a quick one on top of that. Nepal had the recent riots. Indonesia also, the riots there also. But the more recent one was a shooting happening in the US.
The entire weeks what we happens.
The 1 week, a lot of things happen.
Yes, a good thing happens, and I have good thing. You see, just now, Azreen has mentioned the iPhone is launched.
Oh yeah, we just talked about it Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. It's actually could be a bad thing. You want to spend more money to buy things. But for me, it's
the US thing, what?
US thing It's US Yeah
US.
The iPhone quite nice for me. I think
Right.
maybe for me to upgrade because I've been using mine quite some time already. So I want to upgrade
And then we talk about US. So this morning, Azreen told me it's one very important. I don't know this guy called Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk. This guy, but he also is doing the broadcast ferries in US, right?
So yeah, he's a political commentator.
Yeah.
He has a podcast, do podcasts just like we do. Just like us. So he recently was in a college event there doing his tour something there. Then suddenly bang, kena shot. And unfortunately he did not survive the attack He died. I think they just announced he officially yesterday or something like that a day or two like that. But the video circulating of him being shot quite scary. We will show a bit of the pictures, but we won't show the videos there I think it's quite dangerous. It's quite a very scary thing, and we don't recommend you to watch it if you don't want to It's quite can be quite traumatizing.
But it's some kind of like when I see the video, it's like some kind of like very dramatic. It's some kind of like you can see a drama
like TV show like that,
TV
right?
shows. But
look
seriously,
like unreal, right?
Nowadays, you can see in the United States, it becoming so violent, and then some more this sniper is want to kill these people. It's not say I warning him
or injure or what
or injured, because
this
this
really
is
to kill.
Like, if someone is like, I go to give you a warning. If you want to continue doing this, then I shoot you or what? Or I take the second actions. But this, I straight away, I give you die.
Is this not the first time? What I mean, in the US alone, there's a lot of shooting happening. What the school shooting. Actually, on the same time, this guy kena shot. Right, there was a school shooting happening as well in a different state. So you see, it's quite violent in the US there.
But all the while, in my mindset, in my mind, I thinking is Americans is a place where the dreamland. I can say it's a dream.
The American dream last time.
The dreamland. It's like we are the people who are there follow the regulations and the law, and the people who are there making a lot of complaints, and then follow. I mean, it's not so. Nowadays, the US is totally changed my mind.
But I think that's the misconception people have about the US. They always think. I think like for you and me when we were younger, the visual of what US is very nice, very exciting. We all want to go to the US,
Yeah.
But in reality, the US is quite a very violent situation, and it became even more violent recently. Actually, part of because of that is because of this guy the Charlie Kirk guy. His opinion is quite very violent one actually. So he once said about guns people owning guns. You would say having the ability to buy guns is a very dangerous thing, right? So you can see you have more guns access, more gun shooting happens like that one. But he said his own words said like it's okay for us to have this gun access because it's our right to have a gun access. And if some people die because of that gun access, then it's a sacrifice we must make. End up, he also became a victim of gun access and violence like this, no? So to me, right, yes, it is a sad thing that it shouldn't happen to anyone lah, this attack or anything like that. But he's thinking his opinion is the one that led to the situation one. So when we come to that, right, do we see this as a problem caused by them, by themselves? Or is it like we just say, thought and prayers, do better next time, more security, like that? How do we see this situation in the US there?
Okay, here I have I can see the picture here is got two questions. I split out in a two part lah. One is the Americans should own the gun because the freedomlies.
That's their law, ma.
Their laws. Is it okay? Maybe keep continues and do the next generation for the next generations. I think this is the freedoms. The people who are own the gun have the freedoms. And it's like you own the knife. It's same things, the weapon. Actually, it's not the gun only, like the weapons I consider is a weapon. It's the same things. You own the weapon, but you do in the right way. This is another question. The other part, you have to we use it is wisely. It's not use it for the or sometimes I get out in temper, I shoot.
If you say use wisely, just a few things I want to go from there, right? You say, okay, it's the freedom to own, right? But should that freedom cost a lot of lives?
Okay, freedom. I know what is your question. Is that like the freedom actually is sacrifice some other things, like sacrifice.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it worth the sacrifice like that?
If let's say for me lah, I'm saying it's not worth it.
I mean,
it's not worth it to sacrifice. If let's say for the freedom, you should to shrink down the freedom for certain issues to hold the guns. It's not easily for the people who are get the weapon easily.
That's I see where you're thinking is when we talk about the freedom like this, right? The one answer is either total freedom or no freedom at all. But in reality, I think there's a balance. You want to find the nice balance of, yes, you can have access, but it must be more strict control.
Yes.
Some control there lah.
Should have some I don't know US law lah, but should have some restrictions. Is very control on the weapons who are buying not just easily to get a knife, just easily to get the gun from the shops. I think this not happen so
it shouldn't happen so easily like this.
Yes.
But the other point you were talking just now is like you take the weapon and use it wisely, right? Different people have different understanding of what that means. Because for you say use it wisely, it's like, okay, you keep it safe, don't let children touch, then you only use it in certain places, right? But for that shooter that killed the Charlie Kirk, for him, he's using it wisely because he managed to kill his target. So to him, it's a wise choice. Wise usage.
This one is against the laws. You are kill someone. I mean, it's let's say you have a gun easily. Maybe you have the outskirt. Maybe someone's to attack you, the animals. Then I can get a shoot. Or maybe it's get we are protect ourselves. Then we are use the gun. We use the weapon to protect. We are not try to offend people.
I'm trying to. Yes, I understand. You're trying to defend in situation that
yes,
you feel
defend our own selves because weapon actually we are using to defend ourselves. It's not say we go to attack people.
People, right?
If let's say you're using as an attack for people, this one is a different ideas.
But here's where I want to bring the discussion here, because you say, oh yeah, you want to use a weapon, you want to protect, you want to defend, right? To him, this shooter, he is probably protecting or defending his something there from Charlie Kirk, because Charlie Kirk is a very strong and very attacking person, right? who has a lot of strong
Yeah, true.
influence and very this
I know why you're trying to say.
to that shooter is thinking like, oh, this Charlie Kirk is a dangerous person. We must stop him. That's how the thinking
But you
come.
you you can't you don't have the right to get the other people life ma. You don't have the right to shoot people's what. I mean it's wherever
Of
place.
course, ideally lah, you're
not the justice.
yes,
what.
you are not the judge, jury, executioner. We have all the different system. That's
Yes.
why law exists, right? But when the shooter maybe is the feeling that, oh, this Charlie Kirk person also saying things not make sense, not follow the rules, the law, the understanding of society. So there is a social contract that's being broken, and then it leads to this violence law. Now, to me, it's like, of course, we can say, oh, it's a mental problem or what, all this. At the end of the day, I think it's still because you have access to the gun. That's why it's easy to have this violence.
But in the other way, if let's say without the guns, if the person, the sniper, who want to kill Charlie's, maybe he can use a knife or using some other weapons.
Funny is
also.
to say that recently in the US also there was a knife crime. This one crazy person just stabbed a lady in a bus, and then
Yeah.
the bus she died like that.
Actually, it's not the weapon issues. It's the people, the mentality issues.
Well,
It's the people is already sick, you know.
it's I don't think it's just one lah, because you
Uh.
can't just say it's because sick, because for gun violence specifically, right, it's more happening because you have access to gun mah. If you have less access, there will be less gun violence. Maybe you say, oh, then there will be knife violence, right? But then your knife violence, how much can you kill in one
Maybe the people who are create a bomb like,
bomb?
bomb for other for killing.
But the access to getting a bomb punya equipment not
But
easy, right?
Actually, it's like
I know you say like, oh, people who want to kill will find a way one, right?
yes, I'm
But-
thinking. But if let's say I'm still believe lah, the freedom we have to have some freedoms there, but we need to control. If not say okay, this is also to apply for some other minor thing also. This actually is turned me to come back to Singapore. You know, the chewing gums, they're banned in Singapore. But this is very minor things. Because why you ban this chewing gum in Singapore? People who are got the right to eat the chewing gum. I know the chewing gum is harmful at 30s, but in an adult people's, they know how to do it. Oh, okay, after I eat the chewing gum, then I just make it nicely and throw in the dustbin. But some people is not. Some kind of like this idea.
I think that kind of like banning, yes, it might feel like wow, very very control, very restrictive.
True.
But the thing is, right, I think that kind of law and that kind of inconvenience is just a small thing for people lah. If you don't chew gum, you die meh? Won't, right?
No, this is
if you do chew gum also, you die meh? Also no, right?
Yeah, true.
So to me, a more logical equivalent would be like what Malaysia will be doing, banning vape, banning cigarettes. That will be an equal level of like affecting people's freedom lah. You can say like, oh, I'm a dog ma, I can smoke lah, my body, my choice, right? But at what sacrifice, what cost? Because that is a very harmful thing. Isn't it better that we just completely take it out?
Okay, this we have no very accurate answer on this. We have no accurate answer on ban this one, sure we're good. Or not ban this one, sure. We have to like we have imbalance. Something is like okay, web actually is web. He have a good thing also. Why do we invent this web? Because they want people to stop smoking. Then invite the web. But the people using web, they put in the different juice.
The nicotine also still there.
Nicotine also there. Then they're making another smoking habits for people. Actually, they are actually is what you call it, salah guna for this
misuse lah.
Misuse the idea of this web.
But because of that, isn't it the conclusion there or the solution there is to ban that thing because it's already causing so much harm? Because like okay, let's say lah, you have this the gun problem. people are already dying because of all this gun control, gun freedom. Do you think it's better to just not do anything and keep it as the way it is? Let the gun control, let people have the gun access, or would it be at least to try not having that access, removing that freedom to see how it.
I don't think it will be remove the access or remove the weapon is very good ideas lah. If I don't know, this is you have to tighten the laws and control the weapon before in doing the ban and see how's the result in how's the response from the public.
Because if we were to compare, different countries has done this. Australia done it before. Japan's done it before. I think Malaysia also we've also had a gun banning thing where they completely ban guns to reduce gun violence, and it worked. Gun violence gone, or at least gone to very minimal in that sense lah. So there is previous history to say that banning guns help reduce gun violence. Okay. Now, does that mean that you have lost your freedom in that sense? I don't think so, because it's just about like when you ban guns, it's more about eliminating that problem of gun violence. Not to say that we are taking your freedom away, because it's a like you say sacrifice a bit. What you want to say we can sacrifice for having gun freedom? Why we cannot sacrifice our freedom to make sure people still alive?
Actually, the guns, the weapon is just one of the issues lah, one of the effects on the freedoms. Actually, without the guns, because this one, why we call it, because in US they got the weapon. Actually, they have this way called idealist. If let's say you got a weapon and a gun, there's because the freedom of the peoples in US But this is their idealist.
This is their idea of freedom lah. It's just that to me it's like, your freedom must be based on having a gun.
This is real.
It's different thinking lah. For us, like we in Malaysia, we are very safe in a sense. We don't have that much gun violence lah.
But all the while, we don't have any much arguments of gun, right?
But because it's illegal to. It's not easy to have a gun to buy.
I know last time in 18th times, I know got a senapang. It's not the pistol. It's for people who are hunters.
It's hunting lah. But actually no. We funnily enough, like I think a year or 2 years back, where the place I was working, we were doing an article about how to get a gun in Malaysia, and the process is very, very, very hard because gun control is very, very strong here in Malaysia lah. You should not, if you own a gun, then you are either police or former police or a trained specialist in gun lah. So only these people who have license to use gun can buy guns lah. And if you want to use gun, you can only use it in certain places only. So if you find like in Malaysia there's a shooting happening, those are illegal 100% lah. But majority of the population don't have access to gun one. So that's why our gun violence is not much lah. So that's why it's considered quite safe in that sense.
Okay, come back to Malaysia. Actually, I have another topic I want to bring out. For the Malaysians over Malaysia. Actually, just reasons lah. I heard from the BFM's news in the radios. Is a mention is the ones STPM's top students.
So you brought this up recently. I think it's a student with very high scores or STPM.
I think it's a 9.9 out of the 10. It's a top students, STPM students. It's called. I think it's from Edward Wong from
why you need to give all the details? The name is but
it's in Penang High School
So the case is that this student scored very highly on his exam, but applying for the major colleges and university,
yes,
he did not get it lah.
Yes. But a major public university in Malaysia is, I think it's 5 to 6 university he go to apply, but in the end, he cannot get into the university. And how come Malaysians they feel like the top students because I don't know what his issue is because of racist. It's a racist issues. I don't know. And so in the end, I think he went to Singapore and then applied the scholarship. He went to Singapore studies. Singapore is giving him the scholarships.
First thing first, I want to say that we don't want to push too much on the idea of what is the causes of this lah, because we don't know the story exactly. Why this student was rejected lah. We don't know what is the perspective of the university there lah. But there is to say that we do have still we have the allocation for certain what we call it, where certain races only certain percentage the quotation
the
quota lah.
The quota basically is,
public university has a certain quota to meet in terms of like having the number of students there.
This is what we know before this case, and a lot of this happened because other races, the students and unable to enroll the public universities.
This is what we call affirmative action lah, where we.
So until today's, we still got the problem here. So this is very sad to say lah. A lot of Malaysian Chinese students or other races students went to other country and abroad to other country to studies, and then it's not come back to Malaysia.
I just want to also bring up the point that you might think like, oh yes, the Chinese and Indian are mostly the one that's being oppressed when it comes to having this quotation or like the certain number of students in all this public university lah. But in actuality, even Malays as well get overlooked. What ends up happening is the one that gets often oppressed for this kind of like or overseen when it comes to this are not just Chinese, not just Indians, but also Malays who are lower income or maybe not cannot afford all this or don't have direct communication with like university. Because I've talked with someone who've worked in the education industry, right? A lot of this like sports, right? It's not just it's not all Malays have the chances. It's sometimes very rich Malays who want to take the advantage of this quotation in order to ensure that their child can get the spot there lah. So if you look at it, right, we can't just say it's a race thing. It's more of a class thing. The rich elites, they have more chances to get in, be part of that quotation. It's not just a race thing, because there are a lot of Malays who also couldn't get that opportunity as well. And there's very few spots as well all the time. So to me, yes, I can see this Chinese student. Yes, maybe being Chinese also put that person in a lower chances lah. But it's not just Chinese, it's not just Indian. There are also lower income Malays that also get affected by this.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying. And then because you see in the school, the what you call it, the quota who accept the student who are enrolled the public universities. Why is not say the student who are get a good result, based on the result we are then get them to enroll the universities. It's not the color of skin. It's not the people you are from maybe you are from KL, you are from other places. Then because other places your priority maybe is get certain places, like you are from KL, you KL come first and then other places. Actually, this is for education wise, we have to based on the score of the result, we take the students. Then the students have the more because of, I believe because some of the places, if let's say the very poor people, and the way they want to only the education way they make their life change, and because I score in a good result and then make the life change, only the way they can do it to change their destiny. If not, there's some students like just what like you say, the rich people only get the good resources, that's not fair enough also.
That
Yeah.
is the main issue, I feel like, because this quota-based, race-based quota, it's been abused in that sense lah. Now, I also agree with you. I feel like people's schools results, all this, your performance should be how they evaluate whether or not you're a good student lah, not
Yes.
just a race thing. Of course, initially what we done with the race thing is because in the past, long time ago, there was an imbalance of like Malays being able having access to education because a lot of Malays at time weren't rich, so they couldn't have the opportunity. Instead, it was Chinese and Indian who came here and they were businessmen and all this and were able to. So majority of it were non-Malays lah. Now I do still feel like there still needs to be some balance of like races there, because you can't just say, oh, this is just purely on your exams, but then the exams only Chinese is very good at it. Then only Chinese go to this university. That further divides the thing lah. I think there still needs to be some understanding of like, is there equal level of diversity there? That is the second part lah. The first part, of course, your performance, your results and everything. But I think it's also about making sure that all these different education facilities still have diversity lah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, let's just like okay, based on the result, and then if let's say today's we have to keep, if we are still remain the very old type of the requirements, these recall requirements to accept the students. The elite is really the top students, even no matter is a Malay or Chinese or whatever races. They have opportunities, good opportunities. The people who are in Singapore and Australia, give them the scholarship. They'll never come back again. So this is the way of make the entire Malaysia is lost. The real elite. It's not the elite. Is to keep to the people who are the rich people's group of peoples, or some certain group of peoples or races or a certain race of people. This is the elites actually. Is grow Malaysia, is Malaysia's the way I call it assets. We call it Malaysia assets. If let's say this one, okay lah. So we are trying to like just what the news mentions in the paper, saying we are export the elite from Malaysia or to the whole world. Even some is a very good events and some are very good peoples outside of actually there is Malaysian, but they are already living outside of Malaysia.
I mean, I understand we are losing all this talent just because of a race thing, and it's not it won't be good for our country lah. We keep losing all this great exceptional talent, all these students that perform well and want to be part of Malaysia but cannot because opportunity not given to them lah.
Yes.
But that, I think it's also, I understand the need for us to abolish the race thing, right? But when we go for like just purely on performance or results, we still need to be open enough to understand that I shouldn't be biased because I'm a Malay, then I only see the good performance of the Malay, then I only get the top performance Malay. I would still have that blind to not see the Chinese and Indian. The person who are accepting all these students needs to see Malaysia as a whole and see like, we need Malaysian Malay, we need Malaysian Chinese, we need Malaysian Indian, and the best of all, each and everyone put together in that one education system lah.
This is the idea is linked to like we have a very fair platform for our Malaysian peoples, and the starting point, everyone in the same starting point for the students, no matter if you are poor, no matter you are rich or your races, no matter it's the same starting point. It's a fair platform for everyone. So this is make our Malaysian is you can train out our really elite. The elite is not just only the Chinese people. It's not only the Malay people. It's all for the Malaysians.
But even more that, I think it should be targeted more towards the lower income, the working class people. Because if I am someone who's cannot afford to go this university, having this opportunity is a lot more impactful for me be better lah. But if I am a Malay who's fairly rich or enough
Yeah.
money, if I don't get into this public university, I still can go overseas or
Yes,
what lah.
true.
So there's more choices. So I
for
think
some rich means families, maybe they don't care also. Maybe they go for a private college and private university. They
there
doesn't
is
matter.
the choice lah.
Their choice. If let's say for some the poor peoples, the poor Chinese or poor Malay, this group of people, they don't have any opportunities. They only have the way only in the public university. That's why they were so
hungry for this lah. But the thing is sometimes, as I said, the case happens that the two Malays, one is a working class, very poor, cannot afford to come to KL, and the more rich or middle income Malay. From our eyes, it's two different level. But to the university, maybe they just say, two Malay. Oh, this one is easier to get. We take the middle income rich one, because maybe the parents know how to talk to the to the education school or what. That gives them the opportunity to take that spot rather than the poor one, the poor and working class one. So yes, there is still that racial thing, but I don't think it's the only thing. As in, like, there is the solution there. It's not just to say like, oh, we put more Chinese, more Indian. That's the solving. It should be more like, let's see the lower income and then the performance student work from there and work up like that.
I still believe in, because do you meet the minimum requirements, and then you have this a lot of it's not just about of course the student get the results and everything lah. We have to go through more transparency lah for all of the minimum requirement for
that
the
I
student.
think is the main point, like transparency.
Yes, the transparency. Yes.
Not just say like, oh, we fill our Malay quota, done. Or we fill the Chinese quota, okay, done. Like, let's look at it and say like, oh, are we getting the best of the best from everyone there to give the opportunity? Or are we just saying, oh, because you're my friend, I give your child free education like that? Not like that one.
Yes, for sure is everyone in Malaysia, we have a very good education for our next generation or our children. This is to make our Malaysians to become as a better countries. If not say we are trying to do a same like our old generation people doing. Okay lah. The people go, and then when as a Chinese here is it's okay lah. If let's say in Malaysia we are not earning enough, then we will go overseas and working in overseas. But in the end, there's a lot of our really Malaysians, even Malay also, they went overseas for work and then not stay in Malaysia and not living in Malaysia. Then import again, and a lot of those Vietnamese. I think Malaysia is not more in Malaysian some more.
Don't say like that, lose Malaysian one. We just Malaysia Day this week.
Malaysia Day.
Coming out is Malaysia Day, bro.
Today is Malaysia Day. So
by the time we up this, the next day is already Malaysia Day, okay? So we should spirit more of Malaysia. We should push our people to say that support the Malaysian way.
Actually, this Malaysia Days, we have these doubles holidays. So
let's end it on a good note lah.
Yeah, we are in a good mood lah. Actually,
so by the time you watch this, I'm thinking a lot of people are still on that holiday mood, and some people probably will just take the week off lah, because 3-day working. Who want to work 3 days? Out the whole week. So if you are watching and enjoying holidays, please be safe when you drive and everything. Definitely gonna be jam a lot lah. But let us know what you guys think about.
So enjoy your holidays, and then turn on your Spotify when
or
you're
YouTube
driving.
on YouTube when you watch us. Enjoy us on your ride home lah. If you do enjoy what we do, please share, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and then we will see you guys on the next episode. Happy Malaysia Day.